Hi, and welcome to the 2021 Economic Depression and Preparation channel. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed for the latest pure, unadulterated news, financial news in the U.S. and abroad. Today's topic is pretty simple. We do have some good news to tell you, and the good news is that the U.S. consumer prices will push higher on e-commerce sales. Record e-commerce sales were recorded for the month of December 2020. So that was good news, is that people are at least still spending for the essentials online, whether that's Amazon or Target or Costco or any other one of these other online retailers. E-commerce is growing. It's here to stay. And so that's good news that people are staying safe and helping the economy somewhat to recover. But we all know that this is going to be a long recovery. As a matter of fact, CNBC.com has reported that gasoline pushes U.S. consumer prices higher. Gasoline prices are going to be inching up in the next few months. Everything is going to be inching up in anticipation of the Joe Biden stimulus plan, which is topping out at $2 trillion or $1.9 trillion. And that's going to give us another $1,400 stimulus check. In addition to that, many people are licking their chops because there's going to be even more money in store of that. Incoming Treasury Secretary, Federal Reserve Chairman Janet Yellen states that she says the U.S. should, quote, go big on its recovery process. And so she is all in favor of more and more stimulus. Unfortunately, that weakens the power of our dollar, and inflation will continue to inch up in the next couple of months here. We've already seen inflation on the products that we buy at Walmart, at the dollar store, Dollar General. There is inflation definitely going on. You're getting less product for more money. And the consumers goods companies like General Mills, Kellogg's, Procter & Gamble, all these companies that make our food, they've already factored in this higher inflation cost for the next 2 years as stimulus continues to flow. So they're giving us less product, less cereal, less milk, less potato chips, less beans, less rice for more money. So they've already charged that in. So they're going to make back even double. They say, you know what? The corporations say, you know what? You can give those guys, you can give the 99% their stimulus money, but we're going to take it right back through the food costs, through the gas price. An 8.4% jump in gasoline prices accounted for more than 60% of the rise in the CPI. The CPI is the consumer price index that most economists use. In the 12 months through December, the CPI advanced 1.4% after increasing 1.2% in November. Now, last month's CPI readings were in line with economists' expectations. The CPI rose 1.4% in 2020. This is the smallest yearly gain since 2015 and a deceleration from 2.3% in 2019. So, let me ask you this. If we're going to be experiencing inflation in the next 2 years, even with the stimulus, is it going to be enough to keep up? Because wages for those who do have a job are not keeping up. We haven't seen a real wage increase in the last 25 years in America. And with 45 million Americans unemployed or receiving unemployment assistance, this spells disaster for not just the retail industry, but for the housing industry. And we also have a labor market that has high rental vacancy rates, and that's gonna keep. The only good news is that going to help to keep rental inflation down, from rental prices from going up, because the landlords are desperate to get anybody in there, any warm bodies in there. So rental increases should be minimal right now, as people are looking to just continue to fill vacancies and fill up these places as quick as they can. But the bottom line is that consumers are going to be paying for this. New vehicle motor prices increased 0.4%. Clothing prices shot up 1.4%. Thank God a lot of kids are at home now doing their lesson on the computer at home. And, you know, the only thing you may have to get is increased bandwidth for internet. But your clothing prices for that shouldn't be affected too much as we continue to prep and prepare. The prices of used cars and trucks dropped 1.2%. That's a good news. That declined for the third straight month. But the cost for airline fares, hotels, and motels went up by 2.3%. And that's understandable, as they're trying to make up the losses that they've experienced from this quote-unquote health crisis. But this is unbelievable because, look, we haven't even gotten into the main part of the crisis. And we're going to see inflation take charge in this third and fourth quarter of this year, and then next year is going to be hyperinflation, and that's when the Federal Reserve Bank is going to have to decide whether or not they want to raise interest rates or not. And if they raise it even by a quarter percentage point, this whole house of cards, this whole Ponzi scheme comes tumbling down. So be prepared, get whatever you need, your main supplies, and pay down your debts, because during a hyperinflation environment, which we're going into after this next 2 quarters, okay, there's going to be a slight fake recovery, and then they're going to say, oh, sorry, the prices are going up, inflation's going up beyond the quote-unquote 2% that the Federal Reserve says. So get your needed supplies that you need now, whether that's a generator, solar-powered lights, food, water, medicine, especially any multivitamins. Stock up on all that stuff, because we're still we've lost the trade war with China. So stock up on medicines, anything that you need to get that you feel like is going to be in short supply coming up very, very soon here. So this is going to be an interesting summer to see, guys. So just continue to prepare and just watch those prices. Keep an eye on a hawk on those prices, and continue to be a prudent and judicious investor in things, in tangible physical assets, okay? So thank you very much for listening today. I'll see you guys on the next video.